Oh man. This is one of those movies that I was super excited to talk about when I scheduled this marathon because it is another one of those movies that just goes right up there with one of the best animated sequels ever. Right up there with Shrek 2, right up there with Kung Fu Panda 2, right up there with Puss in Boots 2. This movie is so incredible. Even now, it still blows my mind how huge of an improvement it is over the solid foundation of the original. However, the problem with talking about movies like this, long after everyone else has already talked about it, is finding new things to say without spoiling things. And that is the conundrum that I have today, because this is one of those movies that has been praised to high heaven for at least 11 years now. And with every new review that comes out praising it, I find less and less that I can actually say without sounding arbitrary or repetitive of what other people have already said. But I'm going to give it my best try anyway, because this is a damn good movie and it deserves it. So, let's talk about it. Just forgive me if this is a lot shorter of a review than the one for the first movie. Okay, here we go. What's up, what's happening, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Mr. Station, necessary for anything and everything animation, including A Boy and His Dragon, and TV and movies. I'm your host, Jackson Small. Welcome back to Dragon-Thon. Welcome to my review of the absolute incredible masterpiece that is How to Train Your Dragon 2. Damn, this movie's good. Even now, 11 years later, it is still absolutely mind-blowing what they achieved here. And again, it shows what happens when DreamWorks decides to throw greed out the window and actually put the quality of the product first. And when they do that, that's how you get those amazing sequels I just mentioned. And hopefully Bad Guys 2 will be joining that list very soon. But holy crap, dude. This movie is still amazing, even now. Just rewatching it again today, it blew my freaking mind what it was able to do. And what it did was incredibly impressive. And to this day, holds up, really, really well. So, I don't know, man. But written review, if it's repeating what everyone else has already said, I'm sorry, but I just don't know what else to say. Let's dive in. Another one of those phenomenal masterpiece sequels in animation that is really hard to talk about, since everything that pretty much can be said about it has already been said 1,000 times over by a ton of other people for the past 11 years. But I'm going to give it my best shot anyway. The animation is spectacular. They took that rough around the edges animation of the original and gave it a much needed upgrade. The storytelling is outstanding. This movie's storytelling is so good, man. From Hiccup finding his mom to finding out more about the dragons to even the villain having this very dark backstory. The storytelling is just outstanding. The characters are fantastic. Hiccup, Astrid, Stoic, all of them are still just as great as they were in the first. The tone is refreshingly adult-oriented without alienating its kid audience. It's another way of saying that this movie, despite being a family movie, is actually pretty damn dark. It has more than a few moments in its tone where it feels like it's aiming at adults rather than kids, showing you how much effort is actually going into this movie, and this franchise for that matter. The writing is a lot better. I didn't hate the writing of the original by any means, but it was very hit or miss. This one, it's a lot better, it's a lot more consistent, and it is, again, incredibly well made with how it uses all these adult-leaning elements. The villain is better than the first, but still just good. I do like the villain here, maybe a little bit of bias, but I do really like the villain here. I know some people weren't a big fan of him, and I can kind of understand why, but I don't know. He's good. He's not great, but he's good. The emotional moments are both genuine and hit like a freight train, especially the very shocking death at the end of the second act. I'm not going to say who, because I'm pretty sure you already know who it is. Excuse me. The finale is incredible. seriously, the final battle in this movie just blows away the original. Music is still superb. This is still dragons we're talking about. Ending is poignant and tranquil, and also kind of quiet in a way, which is rare in these kind of movies. The flying scenes are even better than the original, and again, if you saw this movie in IMAX in 3D, it definitely helped sell the experience. And the rewatchability is still very high. I have watched this movie more times than I can count. Even when I'm not in the mood to rewatch the original, I will pop this one in. Even though the Dragon Riders from the original get sidelined for the most part, and unfortunately that becomes a bigger problem in the third one, it doesn't even come close to harming the pure amazement of the experience. How to Train Your Dragon 2 is right up there with Shrek 2, Puss in Boots 2, and Kung Fu Panda 2, and is without a doubt one of the best films that DreamWorks has ever done. As much as I adore Big Hero 6, it's one of my favorite Disney movies even now, I can easily tell that this is the better movie of the two, and it should have won the Animated Film of the Year Oscar. How it lost to Big Hero 6, I still don't understand. Regardless, despite that, it's still an all-around fantastic movie that deserves all of its praise and then some even today. It's simply just SOARS, even 11 years later. And because that, final verdict for this movie is an 11 out of 10. It's a masterpiece of a sequel. I don't know what else you want me to say. If it weren't for the Dragon Riders getting sidelined, I would probably give this a 12. It's that good. But because of that one little thing, I can't give it quite that highest score ever. But I can still confidently give it 11. I can still call it one of the best sequels in all of animation, and I can easily highly recommend it if you for some reason have not seen it yet. Seriously, check this movie out if you haven't seen it yet. You will absolutely not regret it. Alright, now time for a step in the wrong direction, but still a solid original conclusion to the series. I'll tell you all about next time when we get to How to Train Your Dragon 3, The Hidden World. A movie that's still great, but has some problems. See you next time.
Excited for what comes up ahead. Hey, Shenron.